Hello there, Speedwell players, welcome back to another tournament match review. Today we are doing a Speedwell Showdown 174. These tournaments are held every Sunday evening on Speedwell, DuelingBook rather. So maybe next week you could be one of the players in this tournament, as I was this week. And my first round was against that guy. And they are on a Gaia deck, while I am on a Slimes, one of my favorites. As you can see, it does have the Armed Dragon White stuff. So I'm gonna start the game off with Melody of Awakening Dragon, pitching Humanoid Slime to search for the Armed Dragon level 10 and the white. Next I'm using the skill's second effect to reborn the slime. And then the first effect, discarding a card to fusion summon from my deck and field. I'm gonna bring out the white that I searched. I'm gonna try to go for game, but obviously this wasn't gonna work. My opponent uses Book of Moon, and next, using their skill to normal summon Gaia, gonna attack over my white, doing piercing damage, so the opponent will get to draw 2 and discard 1 of their skill. But yeah, I have just too many cards. I'm gonna start off with the skill's second effect to reborn, then using White Elephant's Gift to let me draw 2 cards, and I draw 2 enemy controllers. So yeah, this game should be mine, right? Gonna use Tribe to destroy, set my whole hand, and try to go for game, but of course there's gonna be a Sphere Karibo. Now my opponent does have the Galaxy Cyclone. Gonna snipe my enemy controller, summon the Gaia, equipped with the sword to make it massive. But I have enemy controller of my own, and yeah, it's just reigning advantage over here. Gonna use my skill to reborn my slime, using White Elephant's Gift to draw 2. Use Space Typhoon on the back row, but yeah, Book of Moon is chained, but it's not gonna protect that guy, because my slime can attack over the Gaia, and then Tribe attacks directly. That's a good first game. So next up, they are forcing me to go first, and my opening hand is yeah, bit unfortunate. It's full of whites. And my opponent does have the DD Crow to punish me here. And they're gonna use it immediately in the draw phase. So only thing I can do is yeah, set the Wake in the Dragon I drew and pass. And here, yeah, bit of an issue. They use Galaxy Cyclone and I use Waking, but then they realize, they can't. So we just rewind the situation, and they summon a second Gaia to attack for game. So we're going into game number 3. And I'm gonna go second. Yeah. Forcing the opponent to go first, and hopefully I can make a big push to go for game. The big push isn't here, but I do have Slime plus White Elephant's Gifts, so I'm gonna draw 2 cards, then I reborn my Slime, pitch an Armed Dragon to go for my big boy, my Humanoid Wormdrake. That attack is going to connect, and I was trying to use swords to keep me safe from Gaia, but Mystical Space Typhoon was there. Okay. Yeah, unfortunate. Their normal summon Gaia does get over my Wormdrake, and thanks to Book of Moon, Gaia does piercing. Draw 2, discard 1. Here I'm gonna use my skill to reborn the slime. White Elephant's Gift for 2 draws, and my opponent uses a DD Crow to banish my Armed Dragon level 10 white, but I just have another copy. So I'm gonna bring that out, and thanks to enemy controller, this is game even through Sphere Karibo, because their back row is yeah, the Galaxy Cyclone. So I'm gonna enemy controller and steal their Gaia and push for game. Alright, I move on to the top 4, and next match is Domoski 98 versus Daisy, and Domoski is on Volcanics, while Daisy is on a Destiny board. We're definitely seeing some spice here today. Yeah, Daisy setting 2, Domoski just passing. Although they could have wiped the entire back row with Galaxy Cyclone. Anyway, Daisy gets the ritual, well, the Destiny board going. Volcanic Rocket is gonna add the Blaze Accelerator, and the skill changes its name to Tri-Blaze Accelerator, which you do need to summon Volcanic Doomfire. Here it is, big boy, and it's gonna attack directly, but Sphere Kuriboh stops that. And here Daisy forgot to add a letter, and both players seem to have not noticed that, so yeah. Drag Down into the Grave comes down, and that's gonna let Daisy discard one of their Dark Spirit Masteries, which does have a graveyard effect. So we will be saying that a bit later. And now Domoski goes for the Galaxy Cyclone double Cyclone play, so Daisy has nothing left. Luckily, they do still have life points left, so yeah, that's gonna be 3100 points of damage. Dark Spirit Mastery is banished, then you get to put back letters and draw a card for each letter you put back. So drawing 2, Drag Down into the Grave comes down, and Domoski is gonna take this Dark Necrofear out of Daisy's hand. Next up, Daisy uses the Bakura skill, lets you put back a letter from the hand and draw 1. Unfortunately, nothing too great, but yeah, thanks to Wall of Disruption, this Volcanic Doomfire is gonna shrink to a tiny size, not even able to get over the Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Next up, Daisy does draw a new Dark Necrofear, but only 2 Fiends in the graveyard, so it's gonna take some time. Domoski uses Offerings to the Doomed on their own Volcanic Shell. Gonna grab a new copy, and here we're gonna see Blaze Accelerator pitching the shell to destroy Fiendish Rhino Warrior, and Rhino Warrior triggers, sending Snipe Hunter from the deck to the graveyard. Daisy draws the L, but thanks to the skill they can just put it back and draw the N. Ha! Progress. Dark Necrofear finally coming down. Domoski passes, Daisy draws an N and puts it back. And finally, there is the Destiny board. And immediately also gonna use the Sentence of Doom, which basically lets you add any number of fiends from the graveyard or banish pile up to the amount of letters you control. So discard, in this case, 1. Domoski using Blaze Accelerator to destroy Dark Necrofear, but that triggers its effect, so Domoski takes control of the Volcanic Doomfire. Yeah. Because Dueling Book is tough, it takes some finagling to add the letter to the monster card zone. And let's see. Sentence of Doom is activated again, so now Daisy gets to add back 2 Fiends. And this card is crazy advantage. Galaxy Cyclone is gonna take out the F, but Sentence of Doom is chained because, yeah, I think there is still 1 on the field. Okay, Rocket is drawn. It's gonna attack over the Doomfire, try to attack directly, but Sphere Kuriboh saving the day as always. Dark Spirit Mastery from the graveyard lets you put back letters, so F-I goes back and Daisy draws 2 cards. Dark Spirit Mastery to add a Destiny board, so they are on 3 Destiny boards. Okay. Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Yeah, triggering, sending a Fiend from the deck to the graveyard. And that is gonna let Daisy establish the Dark Necrofear again. And yeah, just in case you didn't know, the Fear of the Dark skill has an extra effect. While you have Dark Necrofear out, your letters are unaffected by the opponent's card effects. So Domoski, seeing the writing on the wall, literally Also, he had very few cards left in the deck, so yeah. GG. This duel starts a bit less good for Daisy. Domoski immediately has his rockets, and Daisy is gonna snipe that with Mind Crush. Excellent sideboard card. And Daisy is gonna soften the blow with Wall of Disruption, so only 11 damage. In the end phase, F is activated, I comes out from the deck. Daisy using the skill, put back the L, draw another F. Unfortunate. And Domoski can now attack with both of the monsters. So that's going to be a lot of damage. Daisy at only a few hundred life points. They are able to summon out the N. But yeah, this Dark Necrofear is not going to help them. Next game. Game number 3. Opening hand, Domoski once again has the Mind Crush and the Rockets. But Daisy has the Drag Down, so they can put back whatever seems most threatening. And in this case, that's the DD Crow. Because otherwise DD Crow would be used on the N, and then it's game over. I don't think you can add back from the Banished, I'm not sure. Anyway, here's Rockets, adding Blaze. And immediately going for the double Cyclone, sniping the Destiny board. Rocket goes in, this attack connects. And Daisy gonna use Dark Spirit Mastery to discard to add the F. Mind Crush is immediately gonna snipe that. And Domoski accidentally discarding the Medora, but I believe they're gonna fix that, yeah. So one of these attacks is gonna connect and Sphere Grebo is gonna protect against the other. So things are looking grim for Daisy, only 400 life points. But yeah, drawing an F, but the graveyard effect of Dark Spirit Mastery is gonna help, putting back FN. Daisy draws and summons Snipe Hunter, attacks over the Rockets. And in the draw phase has the Sentence of Doom to add back the Sphere Grebo. And Domoski very confidently saying, good game already. But yeah, Sphere Grebo is going to defend against this attack. Medora is going to crash. And the end phase, Daisy sets up the Eye. Drawing a Drag Down into the grave. Sentence of Doom is activated, but Medora is gonna shuffle back the targets. Seems like Dark Necrofear was not shuffled back by Medora, but that does leave Daisy an opening to activate this Drag into the grave. And they draw Snipe Hunter, so that is gonna attack over the, what is it called again? The Royal Firestorm cards. Domoski tries to activate or misclicks the Galaxy Cyclone. In the end phase, Sentence of Doom adds back Dark Necrofear. The Destiny board is gonna put the N down. And Daisy drawing the L. No problem putting it back with the skill, perhaps? Ah no, they're just gonna leave it in the hand very confidently. And in Domoski's end phase, using Sentence of Doom to spell the A, and then using Destiny board to add the L from the hand. So Daisy takes this one with Destiny board. Very cool, very cool. Next top 8 match, we have Gugolo, I think that's what he's named, versus Sebas, and they are on a Gravekeeper Burn versus Roids. And Swords of Revealing Light, such a good card, such a good card. Yeah, Sol and Luna is going to be used, flipping the Curse face down, and then manually flipping it face up. But yeah, this source of revealing light is just too good. Sebas is only drawing monsters, so that's unfortunate. Sebas gonna try to draw into some more cards with Vortex Trooper. And they are gonna draw Limit Reverse and Enemy Controller. Then they use the skill, the Smallroid Big City, to pop their Vortex Trooper, add Mixeroid, and then draw a card of Vortex Trooper. Normal summon Mixeroid, which is a Lone Fire, so that's gonna tag out Drillroid for Steamroid. And look at this, Juggalo just has 2 more sorts of revealing lights, absolutely disgusting. The Koala is gonna be flipped face down and face up, and that is gonna be more than enough to burn for game. Next game. Juggalo starting off by summoning Koala, using a skill to flip it face down and face up, so that is a 16 already. Surely this is once per turn, right? Yeah, only be used once per turn. Yeah, players are noticing that Sebas is gonna activate Future Fusion, so next turn they're gonna be able to send half their deck to the graveyard. Allure of Darkness draws Juggalo some more cards. They have a Sol and Luna, so they're gonna flip down the Koala, flip it face up, then using the skill to flip it face down and flip it face up. So this Future Fusion never saw the light of day. Final top 8 match, we're gonna see Delicatus versus Gamebrain, and Gamebrain asked in the Discord server, which deck should I play? First one to reply gets it. And I told him to play Cloudian, and that is exactly what he's playing. Using the Fog Warning skill, so whenever you place counters, you get to place an extra counter. Delicatus is back on his defense OTK deck, with cards like Inverse Universe and Shield and Sword. Gamebrain starting things off with Swords, revealing the Big Shield Garna, and then summoning Cirostratus or Kirostratus, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But when it's summoned, you get a fog counter for every Cloudian monster, plus the skill gives an extra one, and you can remove 2 counters to destroy a monster. Delicat is going for an extra Big Shield Garna. And normal summoning it. Okay, I see what he's doing. Although no attacks for now, because Swords is in effect. Another Big Shield Garna. And following that up, Delicatus uses Looking into the Future. The skill used to be everywhere. You can't use spells a turn you play it, but you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back any way you want. Delicatus' Swords is gone, so Gamebrain can attack on the next turn. And Galaxy Cyclone comes down, so if Gamebrain has a new Swords, they'll be able to, Galaxy Cyclone that Swords away. The battle phase is entered, and Kirostratus is gonna attack the Big Shield Garna, but here we see it, damage step Inverse Universe. Yeah, that's gonna put the attack and defense of all effect monsters on the field in reverse. So Big Shield Garna with 2600 attack points, and Cirostratus has 0 defense, right? I can check. Yeah, 0 defense, so quite a bit of damage. Delicatus starting things off. Now they have a Gear Golem, the Moving Fortress. Can pay 800 life points to make it attack directly. Although there is a Swords of Revealing Light, so no direct attacks for now. Kirostratus is going to be summoned, get hit with Book of Moon. But yeah, Delicatus just gonna wait it out. They have Galaxy Cyclone targeting their own Inverse Universe, which they will then chain. And next turn, they're gonna be able to use Galaxy Cyclone's Graveyard effect. Cirostratus destroys the Gear Golem. Delicatus is gonna have a look at the future and is then just gonna attack the... Oh, seems like they made a mistake. Is then gonna attack the Sirostratos for a lot of damage. Oh, wait, Delicatus forgot to use their Galaxy Cyclone effect. So Swords is still on the field. Oops. We're gonna see a tribute summoning for Cloudian Eye of the Typhoon, and that is gonna attack the Big Shield Garna. No damage step trick, so yeah, things aren't looking good for Delicatus here. Eye of the Typhoon attacks for a lot of damage. But yeah, unfortunately it might be over here for Delicatus. Oh, Cloudian Aerosol. This card is actually busted. So you can discard a Cloudian and give that many cloud counters, or fog counters rather, to a monster on the field equal to the level it had. And Game Brain is playing this ugly guy, Nimbus Man. No offense, but yeah. Level 5, so I get to play 5 counters. And what does Typhoon do with the counters? Nothing. It just holds them. Okay. Submarineroid is gonna put Delicatus on a clock. Yeah, Inverse Universe isn't gonna help here, buddy. And Galaxy Cyclone snipes Awakening the Dragon, but there is no room. Okay, okay. Big Shield Garna attacking over the Sheep Clouds. But Delicatus is gonna have to use their Book of Moon to protect their life points from the Submarineroid. Eye of the Typhoon is gonna attack and switch Big Shield Garna to defense. And yeah, in damage step, Delicatus could have used Inverse Universe, but yeah, then the defense would have been 100, so yeah, that wasn't going to be helping. Reinforcements of the army. This is a good draw, because now with Inverse Universe, it gets over the Submarineroid, and it shrinks Eye of the Typhoon to 1000 attack points. Unfortunately, Cloudian Aerosol has a graveyard effect. You banish it and a Cloudian to summon another Cloudian from your deck, and here's another Eye of the Typhoon. So yeah, Game Brain is absolutely soaring high with this Cloudian deck that he built. Let's see. Normal summon Sirostratus and pass. Here is Gear Golem again, and it's gonna attack the Sirostratus, but it has 900 attack points. Attack declaration is okay, and we're gonna see Book of Moon used on that. And Cloudians can be destroyed by battle, but when they're in defense and they get flipped face up, they are destroyed. So this is a correct sequence. Swords plus Submarineroids, excellent combo. Yeah, Delicatus is gonna try to dig for an out. But yeah, Swords is so good, man. It's not fair. I don't get why it isn't limited. Submarineroid's gonna keep punching in. Here is a Book of Moon, so that's gonna hemorrhage the bleeding a bit. One more turn of Swords. Delicatus is gonna take that. And I believe next turn, unless there is another Swords, they do have a Game Shot. If it wasn't for that Sphere Grebo over there. Yeah, sub to attack. It's gonna get stopped by Book of Moon. And here we're gonna see the crazy combo. Shield and Sword. Yeah, Gear Golem attacking over the Submarineroid. The second Gear Golem attacking the Sheep Cloud. When it's destroyed by battle, you get 2 tokens. And Game Brain gonna protect his tokens. And now we're gonna see Tribute Summon for Eye of the Typhoon, enter the battle phase, and bam! Spell anti-magic arrows. Yeah, so no spell or trap cards or their effects cannot be activated for the rest of the battle phase. So gonna steal the win here. Very nice, very nice. Although both back rows were bluffs, so yeah. Alright, top 4 match. Daisy with the Dark Necrofear Spirit message deck. They're gonna be playing against me and my my slimy worm. And they're gonna immediately get dragged down into the grave going. And look at this, they discard my melody and I just draw a new one. Yeah, must be nice, must be nice. Anyway, I'm gonna use that melody, pitch my regular Armed Dragon level 10 to search 2 whites. Next up I'm gonna summon the worm. Next up I'm gonna summon the white and just gonna try to go for game. Daisy has the Wall of Disruption, so this just attacks for 14, but I do get to pop the Spirit message, yeah. Armed Dragon level 10 white is a ridiculous card, man. Daisy does draw the Foolish off their drag down, but it's not gonna be helping them. So we are gonna move into a game 2. And here, Daisy with the drag down again, sniping my my melody, and I'm gonna take their Dark Necrofear. Daisy is gonna use the Bakura skill, put back a letter from the hand to draw 1, and drawing the Destiny board. Luckily I have a Mystical Space Typhoon, but first I'm gonna dig a little deeper by activating 2 White Elephant's Gifts. In the end phase, Daisy flips Destiny board. I do chain Mystical Space Typhoon. On my turn, I'm gonna normal summon my slime. I'm gonna fusion summon. Next up, I'm bringing back a slime, and I'm gonna try to get in. Attack over the Fiendish Rhino Warrior, which can send the Snipe Hunter, and my humanoid Wormdrake gets in. Destiny board gets flipped in the end phase, so the eye is played. And here I am going to fusion summon first, and then tribute my humanoid Wormdrake for Jinzo. Pot of Avarice is next, so I'm gonna draw some more cards as well as putting my resources back. So this game is looking very much in my advantage. Gonna use a skill to reborn a slime, and this should all be enough to attack for game. So I win this match and move on to the finals. And we're gonna see Game Brain on Cloudians versus Gugolo on the Koala Burn deck, the Odeon flip. Game Brain is just gonna set up swords and pass turn. Next up is a Cloudian Aerosol. So gonna pitch the additional sheep cloud from the hand to put counters on the one on field. Gugolo is gonna summon Gravekeeper's Curse using Spy, so burning for 500, and they have a swords of their own. Okay. Game Brain drawing into another swords, so this duel might take a while. Solna Luna used to flip the curse face down. So Gugolo has the advantage. They have a lot of burn cards that bypass the Swords of Revealing Light. Here we're seeing the Aerosol effect to special summon a Cloudian from the deck, and then a big tribute summon for Eye of the Typhoon. So yeah. As soon as Gugolo's swords all expire, all 3 of them, Game Brain is gonna be able to swing big, but yeah. Yeah, Spy gets to summon another Curse. That's another 500. Kirostratus is normal summoned. and it's gonna destroy one of the curses. But Gugolo just has another Sol and Luna, so it's gonna flip the curse face down, then manually flip it face up. Swords of Green Light flips the Eye of the Typhoon and it gets destroyed because it's in defense position. Anyway, Tribute Summon, the Nimbus Man. He's trying. He's struggling, but he's trying. When he is Tribute Summon, get a fog counter for every water monster you tributed, and gets 500 fog counters for every 500 attack rather for every fog counter on the field. Yeah, a bit of a stalemate here. Altus is a normal summoned, and that's gonna gain some fog counters and then discard a card from the hand. So Gugolo loses their Submarine Heroids. Here's another Altus gaining 4 counters, and I'm gonna pitch Book of Moon. But here's another Swords of Revealing Light, so yeah, but this is Gugolo's last Swords of Revealing Light, so yeah. Game Brain gonna use Altus's effect to let it destroy itself. Next up, Kirostratus normal summoned, and it's gonna pop the curses. I'm not sure whether I like that play because, oh, yeah, it would open opportunity to summon a 3rd curse, but here is Gravekeeper Stele, an insane card at the moment, letting Gugolo add back 2 curses. Game Brain destroys his own Kirostratus, but yeah, curse normal summoned. Skill is used flipping everything face down, manually flipping curse face up, and yeah, writing is on the wall, so next turn Gugolo is gonna win by flipping up the curse. Oh, and just to be safe, adding some more, but start of the battle phase, gonna use the anti-magic arrows, and then Game Brain attacks over the 2 curses. Okay, so they are still in the duel. Gugolo admits defeat, so Game Brain very narrowly takes game 1. Let's see. Opening the koala, that's always nice. Normal summoning it, flipping it face down, face up. And then having Book of Moon as well. Yeah, this is gonna be tough for Game Brain. On the summon of Altus, Sol and Luna is used. So flip face down, flip face up. And Koala will burn for 12. Normal summon Spy. Using the skill, flip everything face down, flip Spy face up. And the 500 from the Spy plus 800 from this Koala was going to be enough for game. Third game. Game Brain looks like he chooses to start. Okay. Gonna do so with a Sheep Cloud and setting some cards. Playing around the Koala burn damage, and it is paying off. Because Gugolo's hand is kinda dead right now. But there is a Swords of Revealing Light, so yeah. Game Brain is gonna have to wait this one out. They are gonna make some space by just activating their anti-magic arrows. But here the burning gets going. Curse for 500. Here is Aerosol to, yeah, just activate it to get it into the graveyard so that next turn the graveyard effect can be used. Curse is flipped face down with the skill and then manually flipped face up. So burning for 500 again. Swords expires. So Game Brain can finally start attacking. Yeah, using what's it called? The Aerosol to summon Kirostratus from the deck. I'm gonna use the Aerosol on the field to discard Nimbus Man and give 5+1 counters to the Kirostratus. It's gonna use 4 of them to destroy the 2 monsters, and then I'm gonna start attacking in. So 900, 1500, that's pretty good. Book of Moon is used on the Kiro Stratus to flip it face down, so it loses the counters, well, the fog counters. And Game Brain luckily has the Quaking Mirror Force to protect. So now the situation is a bit awkward, but Game Brain can clear his own field by using the Medora effect. Let's see. Flip summon Stratus, normal summon Altus, and Stratus has to remove from itself. Yeah. But the Altus can remove them from anywhere on the field. So I'm gonna discard one card randomly, the Book of Moon. Pretty good hit. Play is back to Gugolo, and they're gonna use a skill to flip their, what is it called? The Submarine Void phase up. And it goes back to defense with its own effect. Game Brain activating Swords, that is gonna trigger the Spy. So burning for 500 with the Curse. And Game Brain is just gonna run over that Curse. Okay, good. Although, yeah, Hero's Gravekeeper still adding back 2 curses. So Gugolo is definitely putting Game Brain on a bit of a clock here. Gugolo not able to attack, but here is Sol and Luna burning for another 500. Let's see, how is Game Brain getting out of this? They're just setting the Aerosol. And Game Brain just keeps chaining together Swords of Revealing Lights. Yeah, very good card. I don't know why it is still at 3 in Speed Duel, but yeah. Here is Altus. And here is the big card. Aerosol discarding Eye of the Typhoon, so that's placing 8 counters on Altus, plus 1 from the skill. So bam, 9 counters. That's good for 3 hand trips. Yeah. 9, 6, 3, 0. So that's the deck's big play. Book of Moon to flip the curse phase up and flip summon it. But now Gugolo is left at only 600 life points, Game Brain 200. Game Brain destroys his own Silostratus and Altus. Gonna use the Aerosol, and that can just attack over the curse. Yeah, and Game Brain takes it. So Game Brain moving on to the finals with Cloudians. Bet you guys weren't expecting that. So the finals is Slime versus Clouds. 2 water decks, right? Game Brain immediately starting off with the Swords. And I have my best card, my Melody of Awakening Dragon. Not gonna bring it out yet. Although my opponent gets a lot of counters on their Altus, so they're on 7, and I have to do this here. I have to use my enemy controller to destroy the Altus before it rips my hand apart. I have my Worm, so I'm gonna Fusion Summon. Next up, I'll bring back my Worm and just pass the turn here. Game Brain has the Eye of the Typhoon, which is a big cloud, yeah. And here Silostratus comes down, gets 3 fog counters, because he has 3 Cloudian monsters plus 1 from the skill, so that's 4. So 2 to destroy my fusion, 2 to destroy my worm, and that is 3,900 damage. And I can't really counterattack because of this Swords of Revealing Light, so yeah, let's try to make something work. Gonna bring back the worm, go for a fusion summon. That way my Pot of Avarice is live and I can try to get some good draws. Do I get them? Let's see. and I just draw 2 vanillas. Unfortunate. So game number 1 goes to Cloudians. Cloudians are 1 win away from winning this week's Duel Showdown. And Game Brain once again starting off with Swords of Revealing Light. Yeah, card really has been his MVP this tournament. Meanwhile, I'm gonna fusion summon my Wormy Boy. And bring out my White Boy. Still, Swords of Revealing Light is in effect, so I cannot attack. And I'm just gonna stall it out a bit. Yeah, drawing 2 more of the slimes feels bad, Although, I have to say, I love the slimes, so it's not the worst. Finally, Swords wears out, but here's a new Swords. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, can't attack, just have to wait. Here is the Aerosol, so adding 5 counters +1 to the Stratus, and that's gonna wipe out both of my monsters. And there's still 4 counters left. Yeah. Just gonna set my slime, try to use Swords to destroy something, but nah. I just, play it passively. What can I do from this point? Swords of Revealing Light wears out, but there is another one. And Stratus pops my humanoid slime, so I just have to keep waiting. That's the game. Finally, I do draw it out. I draw Mystical Space Typhoon, so I'm gonna bring out my Arm Dragon level 10 white. Normal summon the Tribe Infecting Virus. I'm gonna destroy both fairies. Yes, they are both fairies, so I get the nice plus. Medora is gonna put back the 2 Swords of Revealing Lights, and I was like, oh man, I hope I can just end it here. My Worm connects, my Virus connects, but my White Boy, no. Gets hit by the Sphere Kuribo. Luckily, Game Brain doesn't really have a lot of things going. He does summon the Eye of the Typhoon, and yeah, I was silly here. I waited until the battle phase to activate enemy controller. But Game Brain had the anti-magic arrows, and of course they have turn player priority, so I couldn't activate enemy controller there. Cloudian attacks over the Armed Dragon, switching it to attack position, and Cloudian Eye of the Typhoon can be destroyed by battle, so yeah. I'm gonna have Pot of Avarice to put back a bunch of cards and draw 2. And then I'm gonna use Tribe Infecting Virus to destroy the Eye of the Typhoon, but he's an Aqua, so my Tribe will also be destroyed. I bring out my next Arm Dragon level 10 white, and hopefully this can be it. Bring back an extra slime just to be sure. Enter the battle phase and attack. And pop the Sheep Cloud with Arm Dragon level 10 white's effect, so that doesn't trigger. Okay, final game of this tournament. I'm already gonna thank you guys for tuning into this long form Duel content. 45 minutes, wow, look at that. I'm gonna start off with my slime and fusion summon. Use a skill to bring back the slime. Draw 2, thanks to White Elephant's gift. These draws are not the best, but we'll make them work over time. My opponent is gonna take a big risk. A normal summon Cloudian Altus. Here comes Aerosol, pitching Stratus for yeah, a lot of counters. Gonna get rid of 3 of them to discard my Worm, and 3 more to discard my my arm trigger level 10. So yeah, unfortunate. I am just gonna bring back my worm, fusion summon, and Bolt of Avarice, and any normal summon I draw here does it, I think. And I do draw Humanoid Slime, plus I have an enemy controller to switch Altus to defense mode, so I end up winning this one. Guys, I was Ryan Atlas, thank you for watching, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bye!